Hi everyone. So we are into the next topic to analyze from the last 10 years of PSIR papers. As you know, 2014 से 2024 तक whatever questions have been asked in PSIR optional, we are decoding that topic wise to see what is the theme, what are the repetitions. In this video, we will be discussing about the next topic, which is political ideologies. Probably one of the most important topics. काफी क्वेश्चन जिससे आते हैं, repeated आते हैं इससे questions, and it is also a very detailed topic, and I'm sure all of you would have read about this. So first of all, let me tell you what exactly do you have to study in political ideologies. These are the ones that are in the part of the syllabus. So there is liberalism, socialism, Marxism, fascism, Gandhiism, and feminism. So these are the main ideologies given as per the UPSC syllabus. Now, the interesting part is that although these seven ideologies, the six ideologies दी हैं UPSC syllabus में, but if you look at the questions, which I will show you, एक दो ideologies इसके बाहर से भी, apart from these six also, they have asked a couple of times. I'll show you those examples as well. So let me first show you what are the kind of questions that are asked. So आप देखो again, since 2014, every single year, without any exception, there has been a question. 2014, distinguish between liberalism and neoliberalism. 2015, Marxist understanding of change in the society, so Marxism. 2016, classical liberalism and welfare liberalism. 2017, Marxism socialism, distinguish difference क्या है दोनों में. 2018, fascism, it is anti-liberal, anti-communist and anti-intellectual. 2019, Gandhiism. 2020, feminist ideology. 2021, liberalism and socialism, how do they differ? 2022 again, environmentalist. Now, as I was saying earlier, कि there are six ideologies जो syllabus में हैं. अब उन छह में of these six, environmentalism is not in the syllabus, right? Again, if you go back to the syllabus, आप देखोगे यहाँ पे in the UPSC's given syllabus, environmentalism is not an ideology that they have given, but they have still asked a question. So this is something UPSC does. अब इसमें it is not just here. अगर आप Indian and Western political thinkers भी देखो, for example, Western political thinkers में there is, for example, there is Plato, there is Aristotle, there is Marx, there is Hobbes, there is John Locke, etc. But one thinker जो UPSC syllabus पे नहीं है, that is Rousseau. But from Rousseau also they have asked questions quite consistently. So that is where you have to थोड़ा सा be very careful कि if you stick exactly to the syllabus, तो हो सकता है one or two questions may stump you. There are a few times where the UPSC has basically gone beyond it, और एक दो चीजें और पूछ ली हैं, which were not really a part of the exact given syllabus. You have to be very, very careful with that. So environmentalism is an example of that particular case. 2023, how has liberalism evolved from classical to contemporary forms? Or 24 again, Gandhiism पे question है. Now, if you see all of this, सबसे interesting takeaway is what is the most frequently asked ideology? By far, liberalism. In the last 10 years, four times, almost every alternate year, liberalism से आपको question मिल रहा है. So liberalism is something that the UPSC has been sticking to very often. If you then see about socialism, Marxism, दो बार पूछा गया है. Fascism एक ही बार पूछा गया है. It's slightly interesting क्योंकि fascism is very important as an ideology. बहुत बात होती है fascism की. Whenever any strongman or whenever any politician is seen to be too strong और बार बार इलेक्शन जीतते हैं उसको fascist बोल देते हैं. कई बार न्यूज में भी आप देखोगे fascism is a word that is thrown around very easily in India. So fascism is something that you might expect they would have asked more of it, but no, they've only asked it once in the political ideology part of it. Gandhiism couple of times. So last year 2024 का जो पेपर था उसमें Gandhiism was the one that was asked. Feminism also has been asked once. Environmentalism, as I said, not explicitly mentioned in the syllabus, but still be environmentalism has been asked. But nothing comes close to the number of times liberalism has been asked. So liberalism is someone that is an ideology where you have to focus on the most. This is why we are doing this analysis of the last 10 years. Ki what are the topics which the UPSC is extremely fond of asking, so that you can make sure that you are able to club them together, you are able to analyze them more in detail. So you have to spend more time on liberalism as compared to others. Also, there has been a shift. For example, in the last few years, the UPSC has been asking about contemporary relevance of these ideologies. As a Gandhism की relevance 2024 में, if you go back, see 2024, critically examine the relevance of Gandhism in contemporary politics. So relevance क्या है अभी? Similarly, 2023 में भी आप देखो, how has liberalism evolved? मतलब अब current form में liberalism जो है, how has it evolved from classical version to now contemporary form? So a lot of focus has been put on how these ideologies have evolved and how they have reached the current stage. So don't just think of it from the historical point of view. Don't just think what were the ideologies in the past and what were different forms of it. You also have to, as I said, focus on this aspect of it. How have they evolved? How have they reached the current stage? What has been the difference today as compared to earlier? Now, all these ideologies, I'll just list them for you. You have to read all of them because none of these are not asked. In the last 10 years, सब पूछा गया है. एक ना एक बार तो पूछा ही गया है. At least once, all of them have been asked. So you have to be very, very careful about that. So liberalism and obviously with every other topic as well, यहाँ पे भी you have to focus a lot on the thinkers. Make sure that you uh, do not exclude them or do not skip them. Liberalism में the topmost name will always be John Locke, the father of liberalism. J.S. Mill के बारे में बहुत बात होती है. Rawls के बारे में तो you anyways read when you read about justice. Similarly, socialism, the most interesting quote about socialism, as you know, is socialism is a hat that has lost its shape because everyone is wearing it. Socialism is of so many people. There are so many thinkers about it. Socialism is a long list of thinkers that you can quote. Marxism, obviously, it has to be Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels and Gramsci in neo-Marxism. आप neo-Marxism के बारे में लिख रहे हो, how has it evolved, or someone who criticizes a bit of Marx, उसमें Gramsci आपको quote करना है. Fascism, again, cannot be fascism without Mussolini. Mussolini, Hitler, Hannah Arendt's view about fascism, Gandhism, Mahatma Gandhi. Feminism is something which people do not read in a lot of detail, but you have to focus a lot on feminism as well. A lot of questions have been asked on feminism. अब पूछा जा रहा है increasingly. So focus on their thinkers as well. For example, Mary Wollstonecraft is again someone that you have to quote if you can. Environmentalism, something that came out of the blue, something which people were not prepared for. लेकिन environmentalism पे भी आपको focus करना पड़ेगा because these kind of things, environmental elements, etc., is being asked. Here are a few tips. Make sure that you have to focus on contemporary relevance. Even if they're not asked, पूछा नहीं गया है फिर भी you have to focus on the contemporary relevance part of it. Whatever ideologies they're asking, how are they relevant now? How are they relevant in around the world, not just in India? Focus on that as well. How can we resolve disputes using these ideologies, etc.? And be prepared with these kind of questions in the future. If you want to have some answer writing practice, maybe go ahead with that and try and see how well prepared are you. As I told you earlier, I am planning to start my live PSIR course on my own app very soon. I will inform you about the details. Do stay tuned for that. Thank you so much. Bye bye.